Hi, guys. Denise here with TOWTalk News. I have another news break segment, and chances are you probably by now are already hearing. But if you haven't, it looks like the shutdown is coming to an end. Looks like 8 Democrats, who I'll give you their names shortly, have caucused with the Republicans to end the shutdown. I'll share my screen briefly with you. So here we go. This is my ground news. So Senate passes first stage of deal that could end the government shutdown. The U.S. Senate moved to advance a vote to reopen the federal government after a 40-day shutdown, testing support with an initial procedural vote. The dispute has centered on Democrats demanding an extension to the ACA, Affordable Care Act tax credits, expiring January 1st, while Republicans resisted health care talks during the shutdown but signaled openness to delay, and President Donald Trump pushed an alternative health proposals. He wanted to give people money. I mean, we're talking that the year-long cost for many people is going to go into the thousands. On a monthly cost is going to go into the thousands. I mean, people are talking their annual out of pocket could be $10, $20, $30,000, depending on the size of the family and the amount of coverage that you need. You're gonna write checks for that? I don't think so. He's gonna shoot you a few $100s and expect you to go get your health care with that. So no, we're not having that. We'll keep our subsidies. Anyway, the package would fund operations through January 30th and combine 3 full-year appropriation bills, including provisions to reverse Trump administration firings of federal workers since October 1st, with back pay and cover food assistance, veterans programs, and $203.5 million increase for lawmaker security. I guess they have their priorities. The measure now moves to the House of Representatives, where it must pass and be signed by President Trump, as U.S. airlines canceled over 2,000 flights with more than 7,000 delays. Looking ahead, ACA enrollees numbering 24 million face premiums expected to more than double next year if subsidies lapse, despite a promised December vote that Senator Bernie Sanders warns may be meaningless without House action. So what that means, what Senator Sanders is saying is that open enrollment is going on right now. It started at the beginning of November and it runs through December 15th for most people in the country. So the Republicans are talking about circling back to discussing the ACA subsidies, possibly extending them, maybe not, who knows, the first or second week of December. Like, people are going to have 5 minutes to decide what program they're going to go in. Do they go back to their regular program because we're going to get the subsidies? And if we don't, do we go and get some catastrophic plan that pays us in the event we have a massive, heart attack or an accident or something? It's really, it's devastating. I'm going to say this to those Democratic senators. You are winning on this argument for those 8 senators that voted. And again, I'll get to their names. You know what? Let's get to their names right now, and then I'll give them their message. Here we go. Shame on you, Senator Tim Kaine, Senator Dick Durbin, Senator John Fetterman. No surprise there. Senator Jeanne Shaheen, Senator Maggie Hassan, Senator Angus King, Senator Cortez Masto, and Senator Jackie Rosen. Shame on all of you, because I'm going to tell you right now, you were winning. You were winning. The country was behind you. Were you not paying attention this past Tuesday when you were handed a windfall? A windfall. Democrats swept all the major campaigns. We won 2 governorships, New Jersey and Virginia. We won the mayor race with Mamdani. Prop 50 passed. Legislative seats across the country and town boards were won. Here in the town of Wallkill, we got the supervisor seat, and we earned another council seat, with giving us a 3-2 majority here in the town. And we almost had a third one. The race between Mark Coyne and Gene Day, which we're going to talk about in a podcast episode, was won by only 31 votes. So, Gene, make sure you run again. Here in Orange County, in the Orange County legislature, there are 21 legislative seats. The Democrats had 5. They gained 4, and there's a 5th one in contention that looks like it's going to be awarded to the Democrat, which means we're going to double the amount of seats that we have in the legislature. The Republicans will only have a 1 legislative seat majority. It'll be 11 to 10. I mean, what more do these senators want? I understand that the concern about the SNAP benefits is serious, but the fact is a lot of people who receive SNAP benefits are also on the ACA, and SNAP benefits don't pay 100% of the grocery bills. You still have to pull money out of your pocket, and now that money might have to go to healthcare premiums. So these things go together, and believing that the Republicans are going to want to talk about this in December is bullshit. You might remember at the very beginning of the shutdown, House Speaker freaking Mike Grinder Johnson said, we can wait till December. He wanted to wait till December 31st to have a discussion about the ACA subsidies. You don't put it off that far. And it's been Trump's goal since his first administration to get rid of Obamacare. Why? Because it did good things. It wasn't perfect, but it allowed someone like me to retire early from my position in the city so I could come home and open a business and have healthcare options available to me that would be affordable. That was one of the things that was a big concern about me retiring and starting a business was, am I going to what if I need healthcare? I'm getting older, right? And ACA made that possible. So, yeah. So now I might, when I'm not a senior yet, but I'm getting there. And I'm at an age where shit starts to go wrong. You start getting sick. Things start happening. And I need coverage. So I guess I'm just gonna have to work, take a second job. Maybe I'll go Uber for a living. Go into the gig world. So anyway, that's the news break. Do me a favor, like, share, subscribe. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Click the bell so that you can get notified when new videos drop. And by all means, leave a comment. Let me know what you think about this, because this is serious. This is going to affect us. It's going to have an effect on healthcare across the board. We've had this discussion many times before, and I'd like to hear what you have to say about it. All right. Thanks so much. Be well. We'll see you soon.